Okay, so I just sprayed the whole thing pretty heavy, really heavy. And today I'm trying this, the Krylon Workable Fixative. I used to think it was a great fixative, but the problem was it smelled so bad, and it smelled bad forever. Like you'd open your portfolio 6 months later and the smell would about knock you flat. But some of my students have been using it, and I noticed it didn't smell as bad, so I wanted to try it again myself. And I am working on this Sennelier Le Carte paper, which I'm not 100% sure I love at the moment. I just wanted to redraw just a tiny bit on the mangoes. I just want to get them the more made with the straights, like how you do a circle by doing the series of straight lines. Now this is some homemade charcoal a friend made me, and it would not go down before I sprayed it. When I first was drawing, I could not use it. It wouldn't go down on the paper, but now since I sprayed it, it's working just fine. Oops. That's why it's nice to draw with charcoal, because when you kind of get a little out of control there, it's okay, because it doesn't matter. It's easy to cover up, whereas if I did that with a pastel, I might be a little more unhappy. It's kind of like I'm just redrawing it just to remind myself. I think this one's bigger. Just to remind myself about the straights. As I said, I've never painted mangoes before, and they're a little different than other fruits I've done. The shapes, everything about them is just a little different. So okay, I think that one comes up there a little more. Let's see, do I want to try? No, I'm not going to really redraw anything else, just those mangoes. All right, so I did spray it. What that does is it darkens it. So you can see I've just got some of these same colors I was using before, but now they look much brighter because I've sprayed it, and the original colors there have gotten darker. So if you don't have a whole lot of pastels, the spray kind of helps you that way. It like doubles your number of colors. And the other thing it does for you is it creates a new surface, so you can add more colors. So that is part of what makes it easy for me just to be kind of reckless and not worry too much if things are, really getting bad. If the colors aren't working out that well, I try not to worry too much, because when I spray it, I'm going to get a new surface and I'm going to be able to come back and try again. So it makes me a lot less anxious about what I'm doing. I can just try anything. And not have to think too much about what I'm doing. Just keep trying stuff, right? And then see how it goes. So I want some pink in here. I don't know what this is going to do. Kind of too much pink. So now I think I'm just going to come back over with the orange again. I feel like pretty quickly I'm kind of locked out now. That's what I'm not loving about this Le Carte paper. I feel like it's just really fast. I didn't really work on this really very long, and already it's resisting taking the pastel. So I feel like I just made that so bad. All right, maybe a little yellow. See, I don't like it when it mushes so much. Right down in there. And I would like to be able, my second time over, to spend a little more time in each area so that I could, you know, make it better. But I do pretty much always like to spray my things 2 times. The problem with this is it makes for a 3-part demonstration if I have to spray twice. But maybe that's okay. All right, I just thought I'd try to get that little job on there. That little guy. And this yellow went over too far. See, mush. All right, so moving on to this one. I'll try some yellow there too. See, that's what I like right there. I like that feeling. It's sort of a feeling of the underneath colors are coming through, and yeah, the underneath colors are coming through. And there's kind of a depth created because of, yeah, what have I got this in my hand for? I guess right along in there. So the surface actually has depth because it's going down. You're seeing through it and it has this depth. And it's a little, they are a little spotty there, which is kind of cool. You can see, like right here is a place where the cast shadow, this is the shadow cast onto here. And this is a shadow cast by that other mango there. How much darker they are than the shadows that are made by the fruit or the object turning away from the light. So, yep, just saying, cast shadows are usually darker than, I've heard them called core shadows, but, you know, than the core shadow, which is the shadow that's just made by the object turning away from the light. Sort of, I seem to have lost my dark red here. Maybe I never had a dark red. And it's really funny. Some colors that just, they just go down so heavy. That's just a, oh, it's a Windsor. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's a Schminky. I mean, yeah, Schminky. I thought it was a Windsor. I thought it was a Rembrandt because of the way the paper was still on it, but no, it was a Schminky. I am going to have to go looking for a red in my pastel box. Golly, that was great. Unwrapped that guy and it just shattered. All right, I'm so annoyed. How could I lost the red I was using? Let's see what this little tiny piece of something is here. Oh God, that's good. Okay, so let's see. Need to work up on top of this one. And I just always can't stress enough how important light and shadow is, even on small little things like that. All right, so back to the bowl. I want to do the bowl last. I'm going to hate the bowl. Okay, so So I'll try some more green out here. I'm going to try to start to soften the edges of these shadows, even though they are very hard edged here because the light is so close to my setup. So I don't know how strong I really want this to end up. I'm just trying some stuff right now. Some of these things are just not as dark as they seem like they're going to be. See if I can give the bowl a little more shape, maybe, with some highlights back here. And there's highlights right here, too. That's what I think is the worst thing. You start off and like the bowl, I kind of like the colors the bowl is, but I really have to keep working on it. Been nice if the bowl was worse, so I could actually feel like I was doing something that was making it better. That's another nice thing about starting out with really weird colors is that it's easy to make them better. here and then here. It's not easy. It's not easy. So I don't know why I can't quite get the bowl to look like it's doing what it's doing. So what I am doing is just finding things. I'm just trying to just do everything I see that's not quite right. I don't know what thing is going to fix it, so I'm just trying, yeah, just trying stuff. Yeah, no, something lighter, a little lighter than that. And here I'm just trying to show the difference between the soft edge of that little place and the harder edge. And I'm still trying to make my strokes go over that, but that color, I used that too long right there. I guess I'm working on the edges a little bit in hope that that'll make things look better. So I'm gonna soften this edge under here. And I'm gonna soften this edge back here too. And then I'm gonna pull it out right here. And then I want to bring this out here. that. So a lot of times I just do that edge thing just like that. I put a little outline and then I work that outline into the color. So it doesn't stay so much of an outline. Let's see if I can soften that a little bit. Right here too. If I want to make this little thingy stand out. Oops. Wow, that was way too much. I like the idea, but that was too bright. I don't know about that. Let's see if I can put a little of that reflected light in without wrecking everything. And then soften that shadow. Oh, thank God that fell right in the box. That's always good when that happens. All right, so I stopped for a minute and went looking for some reds. And I found a blue that I might like too. Maybe this needs to come forward a little further around this edge too. I don't know. I just don't get a good sense at all that bowl is going. Has depth. All right, so red. Oh, they're all, I thought they were redder, but then now they all look orangey red when I see them here. Yeah, sort of the same thing. So how can there not be a real red? That's the question I have here. I thought they were so red, but when I looked at them in my other box, but no, they don't. A little reflected light down here too. See if I can do that. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop for now, and yeah, and I'm going to spray it, and then I'll work on it again tomorrow when I have a fresh eye. All right, thank you.